Hey guys, so it's Annie here, and I am going to go over a few things that I wish I paid attention to last year because I heard people say like elite and premier, and I just really didn't understand exactly how to get the elite and premier points and to get your team to elite and premier. And I wish I paid attention a little bit more. And these are some of the key things that I wish I knew. So I'm going to go over my elite and premier, sheet that Beachbody sends me based on like the points of 2015. So this is, obviously like 2016. I don't know if they're going to change anything, but this is basically like how you get to elite and premier and how you get those points. So that your team can walk across the stage and be recognized. And first of all, if you're in this group as a diamond, it shouldn't stop there. We all know that diamond is just like a stepping stone to this entire business. It's like you get 5 minutes of recognition and you're really becoming a leader. And that next step is now becoming a 2-star so that you can develop leaders. And that's really when you're going to see that income, is when you yourself become a leader and you can then duplicate that success of developing other leaders and them reaching that goal of diamond. So if you do not have a 2-star diamond mark or date, you need to write that down. And if you don't have one, how about the cruise or the Success Club trip? That should be your goal for hitting 2-star diamond, which is helping personally sponsoring 2 coaches that reach the rank of diamond, or hitting it by summit. 2-star is really when you're going to start to see like that residual income. You're going to start to see your team become leaders, like you're going to become a leader. And so you don't just stop at diamond. If you just stop, then everything else is going to start to crumble as well. You need to have that next goal and that next step. So that's obviously like the first thing that you need to be doing. Everything that you do right now, I realize that it's November and it's sort of like, kind of like, why would you be talking about something that's a year away? But we all know that this business can change drastically in a year. And you need to realize that what you do now in November and December is really going to help you set up that success in January and for the end of the year to hit Premier and Elite. Because this is something that I didn't anticipate. I didn't go into the new year realizing that it really was like January and February and March that was like the key months that was going to help me and my team get the qualification that we needed to hit elite and get those points. So do not stop inviting. Obviously, you need to set a 2-star goal. Everything you do right now and the people that are joining you right now are going to be the most important people and coaches that are going to help you reach that rank for your team. Obviously, your leaders that have joined previous years, they are going to help you as well. But really fostering that relationship with these new people is going to help you get to that elite and that premier. So I'm going to share my screen here. Okay. So Beachbody just started sending us these updates. You used to get them in the email, through email. And if you're a diamond, then you'll start to get them. And I wish I paid attention of knowing how to get there, but I'm basically going to break this down for you guys in like layman terms of how you get points. Okay, so under your My Business and then My Qualifications, My Elite and Premier. Okay, so breaking it down. Okay. Basically, in order to be a elite coach in the year of 2015, let's just say this is 2015, you need to personally sponsor at least 2 people that newly rank advanced to diamond. So 2 people that are new diamonds for that year. So that's really where that 2-star comes into play. Those are the 2 people that you have to rank advance to diamond. So that's one qualification, is that you need at least 2 new people that rank advance to diamond. So if you're a 2-star right now and you have coaches that were diamond the previous year, they're not going to count for that new diamond rank advancing. So that's really important to start building relationships, start fostering those people, start figuring out like who are my 2 new diamonds going to be for this year of 2016. And that's really important. So that's the first step. To be an elite coach, you have to be a 5-star diamond, and you have to be a 5-star diamond at the end of the year. So December 31st or whatever that Thursday is, 2016, you have to be a 5-star diamond, and you have to have the 2 new diamonds. So let's say you have, 2 new other diamonds from the previous year. As long as you have the 2 new ones, then you're good to go. You also need to start thinking about where are you going to place coaches. I know this seems like so far ahead, and you never really know who's going to be like a rock star coach, or a discount coach could turn into a rock star coach. But right now you need to look at your legs and you need to say, okay, I have like 2 coaches that are, diamond or emerald or whatever they are, and they're really shooting on my left leg, and I need to start thinking about my right leg. Who's going to be my leaders, right? So I'll give you an example. I have a lot of coaches on my right leg that I really think are going to hit diamond, and I know that they are going to hit diamond. And so right now I'm like, okay, I need to start looking at my left leg. I need to start thinking about who's going to be my next diamond, and on my left leg. And don't forget that when you hit 2-star, this is a side note, you can obviously open up a second business center and build yourself to diamond, which is awesome. A lot of people that have elite also have one of themselves as a diamond. So that's kind of cool too. Okay, so you need 2 coaches on one leg and 3 coaches on the other leg that are diamonds. So 2 diamonds on your left and 3 diamonds on your right, or 2 diamonds on your left and 3 on your right. And so that's how you get to that 5-star. It has to be 2 and 3. The next thing is, and this is really, really, really where it's so important to keep going right now, because January, February, March, and April, and they're so important implemental months in your business. So you get elite points 3 different ways. I'm just going to go with the most obvious first. You get elite points every time you hit Success Club, and then one of your personally sponsored coaches in 2015 or 2016 hit Success Club 5. So you have to hit it yourself, and then if your personally sponsored coaches in 2015 and 2016 hit Success Club, then you get a point. And so you can max out at 61 points, and that's really where I got majority of my points. Obviously, you can see. Again, the points me a little bit different for 2016, but generally, like, hitting Success Club is like how you're going to basically make elite. And having your coaches also hit Success Club is so important for hitting elite or premier. The second way that you can earn Success Club points, and this is something that I actually just wasn't paying attention, so pay attention. And I just really didn't consider this as like a huge way that you could earn a lot of points. Personally sponsored coaches PV. So your brand new 2016 coaches that hit 500 personal volume points anytime they order something or sell something, and they hit 500 personal volume points, you get a point for elite. And so obviously you can see this is like really where I wasn't sponsoring a lot of coaches in January, February, March, April that were brand new and also hitting that 500 personal volume points, because I have, you max out at 31, but I didn't really sponsor that many coaches that did this in 2016, 2015. I made my husband a diamond, so I did give away a lot of great coaches that, obviously were hitting this PV. And so I'm sort of kicking myself for that, but also my husband got me to a 2-star, so it's not that big of a deal. And this is just something that you should know if you're going for elite, that it's so important to sponsor new coaches in January, February, and March. And obviously we all know that those new coaches come from you doing the work now, November and December, because January is when they're going to come to you and you've already had that relationship and they're going to sign up. So this is a big part of where you get that elite points or premier. Incremental ATV is the third way that you got points. And this is something that you might get later on, these points. So incremental ATV means accumulated team volume points. So it's your entire team's volume. And so I'll just give you an example of what mine is. In 2015, this is last year, I had, in 2014, I had 249,000 volume points for the entire year of 2014. So as soon as you match that from the previous year, so in 2015, I hit 2,049 volume points around July. And that's my entire team's volume. I hit that in July. And every time I got 10,000 points over my previous year, I got a point. So I started to accumulate team volume points in July, I'd say, of 2015. So that's one way that you're going to get those points. So obviously volume comes from your entire team. So you helping your downline hit Success Club, that's going to help you increase that volume. And on a side note, how cool is it to see like what your volume is in 2014 and where it is like now in 2015, and like who knows what it's going to be in 2016, you know? So that's just an awesome thing to just look at. You know, if you're here a year from now or 2 years from now, I mean, look how amazing this business can grow based off of, you know, you staying with it. So just as like a recap, elite means that you are a 5-star diamond. You rank advanced 2 new diamonds for that year. You get elite points based on 3 different categories. And in 2015, the elite points that you needed are 135 points. So you get points from you hitting Success Club and then your personally sponsored coaches hitting Success Club. You get coaches from your new 2016 coaches. Every time they hit 500 personal volume, you get a point. So obviously, if you have a new coach that you sign up in January and they're like hitting that January, February, March, April, May, June, July, you're going to get those points. But if you just slack off in the beginning of the year and then you don't sign people until maybe like July, you're not going to hit this category. Incremental ATV is you hitting your entire volume points. Once you hit that for the year, then you get every time 10,000 over, you get a volume point. So that's something I wouldn't really focus on. And again, like they keep track of all this for you. You get in the year, we get one every month. And then like towards the end of the year, you get it like, closer. And so that's really what elite is, and the 3 different categories that you can get those points. And obviously like driving Success Club for yourself, driving with our challenge groups, starting out strong for the year and keeping the momentum going through consistency is what's going to get you to that point. Another one is Premier. And this is an awesome goal. And Premier is you're a 2-star diamond, and then you have 135 points. That's the same as elite. The only difference is that you don't max out in these categories. So you don't max out in like your Success Club. You don't max out in, 61 points for the volume points, and you don't max out for your incremental ATV. So obviously, like where a lot of people are going to get the most points is going to be you hitting Success Club and your coaches hitting Success Club. So, my sister and Michelle are going for elite, and my sister has so many elite points, and a lot of them came from her personally sponsoring new coaches in the beginning of the year and then hitting that personal volume. So Really, elite and premier are totally a team effort. It's just, you see people going on that stage. It's just obviously not that one person. It's their whole team, and they're all pulling together, and it's like a big team effort. And so I have no doubt that any of you guys could be elite. We have so many amazing leaders on Team Boom, and how amazing would it be if we, were there were so many of us walking across that stage. So it's a mindset, it's a planning, it's your team effort, and if you just know what to expect going into the new year, this can be something that every single one of you can achieve. So hopefully this gave you some more insight into what elite and premier are. Bye.